Hey, what's up YouTube? Before I go ahead and get more in depth in this video, I just wanted to show you all the graphic settings that I'm going to be playing Batman Arkham Origins on. It's 1080p, pretty much fully maxed out on everything, and I'm actually going to be doing this challenge mode, which is Batman, me, playing as Batman, 1 against 100. I think that's what the challenge is called. 1 to 100 or something like that. Anyways, let me talk about my background real quick. I was, coming from console gaming, only consoles. I never played on a PC before in my life. So, literally getting rid of all my consoles to come over here on the PC, and it's completely blown me away because I have the power of a console that I can throw in my backpack and take with me pretty much anywhere. So I just want to tell you overall, I'm extremely happy with this laptop, and the laptop I'm talking about, and I'm sure you've read it in the title and then obviously in the description, it's the Dell Inspiron 7577, the 7000 series of Dell Gaming laptops. Now, Dell is synonymous with Alienware, right? Because when you think of gaming, you think of Alienware when you're thinking of Dell. Well, Dell also has a cheaper line of gaming laptops, which is the 7000 series, or heck, even the 5000 series. Now, the 5000 series starts with the GTX 1050. I think you can go to a 1050 Ti, but you got to upgrade that. The 7000 series of gaming laptops, at every level, it is a 1060 Max-Q. Now, Max-Q design from NVIDIA is a slightly underpowered 1060. But the way that Dell did the 1060 Max-Q in this laptop, you're getting like 90% of the performance. I've watched a ton of reviews, I've read a ton of articles. There really is not that big of a difference between a GTX 1060 Max-Q on a Dell 7577 versus an Acer Helios 300 with a full 1060. And the Acer Helios 300, I was actually thinking about getting that laptop because I purchased this laptop in the holidays of 2017, and they were both pretty much priced the same. But what kind of pushed me towards the Dell is the build quality. I actually do really believe that the 7577 build quality is phenomenal. And I think anybody who picks up this laptop is going to be super impressed and shocked that this is what you get pretty much for $1,000. Now, I paid $1,000 for this laptop. It came with an Intel i7 7700 HQ at 2.8 gigahertz. It comes with 16 gigs of RAM. Only one of the slots is taken up, so if you want to upgrade to 32 gigs of RAM, throw another 16 gig stick in there, and bam, you got 32 gigs of RAM. It comes with Windows 10 Home, and it came with a 256 gigabyte NVMe SSD and a 1 terabyte mechanical 5400 RPM hard drive. Now, I upgraded, that's like one of the first things I did, I upgraded that 5400 RPM hard drive in it with a 2 terabyte SSD. The reason why I did that is because I do video editing on this laptop quite a bit, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do video editing on the small 256 gig NVMe SSD. The reason why I didn't upgrade that one is because NVMe SSDs, the M.2 ones, are super expensive. It's a lot cheaper to just buy a normal 2.5-inch SATA SSD. So anyways, I wanted to just kind of show off how smooth the frame rate is and the gameplay is of this game. Now, I'm picking this game in particular, well, A, it's kind of awesome that I was able to get through all these 100 people, and B, I wanted to show you how all this fast movement, granted it's an older game, but all this fast movement pretty much maxed out at 1080p on a laptop. While I'm recording it off the laptop itself, I'm getting a smooth 60 frames per second with very little fluctuation. Obviously I'm editing on this laptop right now. I'm narrating my edit right now as we speak, and it's super smooth. I mean, this laptop, if you want to be a content creator, you'd be very happy. Although the screen on this laptop, I wouldn't say is the most color accurate. I have the 1080p screen You could pay a little extra and get the 4K screen. There are places that are selling it with the 128 gig NVMe SSD and a 1 terabyte mechanical hard drive. Those, some places are selling them for $1,000. Technically, this laptop with the 256 gig SSD and the 1 terabyte mechanical hard drive with the 16 gigs of RAM and the i7 should have cost, I think, $1,250 US, but I paid $1,000 because, like I said, it was during the holidays. Although I will tell you, you can pretty much find this laptop with the exact specifications I said: the i7, the 16 gigs of RAM, the 256 gig NVMe SSD, and the 1 terabyte hard drive for $1,000. I'm pretty sure you can find it for $1,000 anywhere. It goes on sale all the time. You will not be disappointed with this laptop. The games that I play on it, I played, Call of Duty World War II, the latest one that just came out, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, Rocket League, Gears of War Remastered, the Ultimate Edition, Gears of War 4, Injustice 2, Forza Horizon 3, Batman the Telltale series, The Enemy Within, Forza 6, the Apex Edition, which is only for Windows. I've played all those games so far, and I'll tell you what, I can't tell you that I can easily push 60 frames per second, no problem, in every single one of those games. I mean, Call of Duty, I had to lower some settings sometimes to hit 60. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, I can hit 60 no problem easily. Rocket League, 60 no problem easily. Gears of War Remastered, I think I can hit 60 pretty easily. Gears of War 4, I cannot really play on ultra. I play on high settings so that I can hit 60. Injustice 2, same thing. I kind of have to go high. I can't go to the max in Injustice 2. Forza Horizon 3. Now, I can play at high settings and maybe hit 60. For the most part, I'm getting anywhere between 45 and 55 frames per second if I play at high settings. Batman the Telltale series, I mean, that game is not super graphically intensive. And Forza 6 Apex Edition at high settings, dynamic scaling. In Forza Horizon 3, I have dynamic resolution scaling, and in Injustice 2, I have dynamic resolution scaling on as well. I definitely recommend that. I'm not trying to, say that I'm a pixel peeper, but I do like when things look good. However, with dynamic resolution scaling, I can't really tell the difference when it's on or off, but I do know that it definitely helps my frame rates. With all those games that I've listed, it not only can play those games, it can play them at very high settings. So I just wanted to show off this video. This laptop can handle pretty much anything you want to throw at it. The Max-Q design for the GTX 10 series of laptops is from the 1060 on up, I believe. I haven't heard of any 1070 Max-Qs, but I have heard of the 1080 Max-Q, which is like a souped up 1070, and the 1060 Max-Q, you can't say it's a souped up 1050 Ti because it truly is like 95% of the performance that you will get from the 1060. Like a normal 1060 in a laptop, you will get it in a 1060 Max-Q, especially the way Dell did their thermals. And that brings me to the next thing. The thermal design of this laptop is fantastic. The build quality is fantastic. This laptop has never overheated on me. And I'm just going to tell you, before I had this laptop, I had a Asus Republic of Gamers Strix, I think it was the 702 V as in Victor, S as in Sam. That thing would get so hot. I mean, we're talking like 90 degrees Celsius for the GPU and the CPU. The GPU on this laptop, I don't think I've gotten it above 65 degrees Celsius, and the CPU hasn't gone above 70. So this laptop, like, no matter how hard you push it, it is not going to overheat. It's just the way that they've designed the thermals and the time and the effort they've put in to the laptop itself. I'm very impressed. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed this video and found it helpful. You can find benchmark tests anywhere, but I wanted to show you a real world test of, all these different things and kind of throw it in this video. So if you want me to do more, let me know. Peace.
You ain't got a chance.